Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Yeah, oh, that's right, welcome. So, last time out we were just doing some generic customer fixings as a break from the auction haul. I think we'll carry on doing that today. This for some reason seemed appropriate, I don't know why. Either of these look fun. Well, that's a fairly quick one as well to finish off on perhaps. There we go. Oh my word. Did you have a curry last night, Mr. Carmaker? And then you pooed out this horrific nonsense. Right. That's the reaction to that over with. Let's get cross about some yellow and black reflections down. Look, grr, anger, grr, etc. Right, engine power, tapping sound, filters, timing, loud exhaust. It's very similar to the last job I did actually yesterday. Right. For some reason I thought it was going to be slightly different, but you know, whatever. I'm going to go right ahead and assume I need to take this off to get to the exhaust piece that's brown. And I need to take the battery out, I believe. What's that on? Battery is on 75%. Oh. Oh, it's the air filter, not the battery I'm thinking of. Awesome, very similar. Right. Yeah, air filter. So, I know what I'm doing. It's one of those things you say, isn't it, when you obviously don't know what you're doing. Yeah, it's like people say, I don't mean to be racist, but, you know, and that just means I'm about to be racist. Please don't think of me as being racist, but I'm about to be racist. This is my get out clause for saying something. My next thing I'm going to say is racist, but because I've prefaced it with I'm not racist, no one can claim that I'm racist, despite the fact I'm obviously racist. Good, that's that. B. Well and truly shaken out of my bonnet. Right, what the hell am I doing? Engine power has failed. Yeah, okay, let's do some diagnostics. Because, you know, otherwise I'll have to actually work it out. I mean, it looks so far like it's something internal, like spark plugs and what have you. Yeah, some ignition coils there. And the fuel rail, okay, that's useful to know. Let's check the pistons, etc. That's right, 13 psi. Whoop, oh, back up again. So they're all okay, and then finally the electrics, which we've already tested the battery, obviously, and I don't think it matters anything else. He says flippantly, fuel pump. Alright, well I wouldn't necessarily have found that, so that's quite useful. Let's get that out now whilst we're thinking about it. Right, and other things we want to fix are, yes, the fuel rail. Oh, I have to take all this off first. Roof. This is the quickest way of doing it, I think. Just waving your mouse in between the different ones. Yeah. And some ignition coils, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's the fuel pump, the fuel LDI. I've taken all the ignition coils out. Tapping sounds, something not discovered. Now it could be a clutch thing. It could just be this exhaust thing, maybe. Could it? Don't know. Where's the gearbox? Can't see inside. You used to be able to sort of finagle it so you could, yeah, like this, where you could see inside the engine. And you could sort of. Oh, there we go. Look. I've not tried doing that on this, but so that flywheel. Look, flywheel needs fixing. Right, let's rise it up. So to get to the flywheel on this, we'll need to remove the wheels, front wheels anyway, I think. Actually, I'm not sure you need to remove the wheels to get to the axles. You probably do. I mean, you should, shouldn't you? But let's try it. No, yeah, you do need to remove the wheels. That's good. It'd be a bit silly if you didn't. There we go. So that's that axle, and then we can take out the drive shaft, and that gives us access to the shock absorbers. No, the gearbox. Oh, but I have to take off the starter motor, which of course I've forgotten to do, and you have to do that from the engine thingy, so that's stuffed. And okay, well, at least we can remove these parts of exhaust, and there's another one right down the end. Right. classic gearbox noob error, relieving the starter motor on when you have to have it on the ground to take it out. It's such a complicated procedure taking out the starter motor after all. Right, so now we can do it again as the match was set to the bishop. Right, up you got, there we go. Oh look, the flywheel needs to come off, he said in complete shock. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, sorry about that, just interrupted by the door, and then the cat wanting to be fed, obviously. Right, so what were we up to? We just removed the flywheel off of there. And that was one of the tapping sounds, there we go. So we found all the bits we need, so now we have to replace them all. By purchasing them. I remember how this works. I haven't been away from this computer for all of the few minutes. Yeah, shift click. Fuel pump, fuel rail DI. Fuel pump, fuel rail DI. Yeah, ignition coil times D. Tapping sounds. Exhaust manifold cover. Exhaust manifold cover and a flywheel. Aye. Car's filter, air filter, fuel filter, oil filter. Fuel filter. Oil filter. I4, of course. I4. Timing needs replacing. Belt tensioner, timing belt. Belt tensioner, timing belt. Then there's a water pump, was it? Water pump I4. And then a loud exhaust, cat and a front exhaust. Catalytic converter, front exhaust section. Oh, is it an I6? No, just a front exhaust section. Front exhaust section, and then we need a middle and a rear muff. Middle muff, rear muff. Put it all together, and what have you got? Hopefully a working engine and a happy customer. That's the hope. Let's see what happens. Do 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 do. Yeah, stop doing that now. Pop. Right, there we go. Poppy pops. And a wheel. Spoop, spoop, spoop. Say nothing about the reflections. Say nothing. Do 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 loo. Say nothing. One axle. One wheel. Nothing about yellow and black reflections. Okay, so what else do we need to put on from under here? Oh, the exhaust, of course. Of course. Of course, the exhaust. Middle muff, and then rear muff. Right. Oh, where are we? Shit-coloured car. Lovely. Right. Let's stick all this back on. Exhaust manifold. And the starter motor. Classic forgetful thing. Oh, a fancy new exhaust manifold foil wrap. Whatever the hell they are. Oil filter. Looks like I had a few of them. There we go. Is that all of them? Did I actually put that on? Yeah, I think so. Right. Ignition coils. And then we've got the fuel rail and all this stuff. Intake manifold and the throttle. Good. Right. What else? Fuel filter. What's that? Oh, it's the lights. I don't need to replace the lights. Oh dear, so engine power has failed. Fuel pump, right, let's put that. I was bound to forget the fuel pump. I can't move. I'm pressing the wrong button. That's alright. Panic over. Right. So, there we go. That's that done. So, what else are we doing? Cars filters, oil filter, and the timing. I've done the timing stuff. Oh yeah, there's more stuff to put on over here. One pumping's for water, and does it not require some sort of pulley? No. Just belts and a tensioner, belt and no tensioner. Okay, good. Leaving me with filter and timing. Oh. Right, you see that timing belt? That's something that I've discovered from doing tests. And the trouble is with discovering something from doing tests, it doesn't know whether you've taken it off or not. So, luckily you don't have to take the whole engine head covers and everything off to get to the timing area, which is a blessed relief. So that was relatively straightforward to do, even having put all the timing gear back on. Didn't take long. Ho-hum. Sort of mistake I make all the time, because it requires having a memory. This is why systems should always forego needing a memory. Okay. So there we go. So it's just the oil filter. I didn't need to replace the oil even. I'm pressing the wrong button again. Right. Come on. Oil filter time. I haven't taken that off either, look. Alright, but that should be this job completed. What's that? Yeah, look. A massive yellow and black reflection on the roof. God damn it. Look at the size of that. Uh-huh. Oh dear. They keep on coming, these reflections. Let's see, there's a little bit of yellow in there. Lots of yellow and black on here though, look. Lots. Right. Where are we? Got enough time for a quickie? Oh yeah, this is a super quick job, look. Hey, it's a pretty decent colour. And also, it's a Rindo Picciolo, which has to be one of the most fun names to say of the cars. So yeah. Good, so we've got a general gearbox control and repair issue. Let's have a look. Well, I think I can see one of the problems right off the bat, and that's without even having to insert my head into the gearbox in a bizarre fashion, like we did last time. Alright, so let's climb in one side of the car, climb through the other side to take off the wheel. And if you're not sure, that looks like we're on the right hand side of the car, but no, look, we're on the left hand side of the car. Oh, what fun and japes. Right, we have to put the car up. So we need to remove the drive shaften, and then we can get on with the task of melting this chocolatey. Oh no, hang on. Oh bollocks! Done it again, haven't I? Where's the thing? I've forgotten my starter motor, and on this engine, of course, you have to be all the smaller engines. It's actually a requirement that it's on the ground for you to remove the starter motor. Some of the bigger engines, the V8s, it's actually, you want to be up in the air, which is really helpful for the gearbox stuff, because you'll have forgotten to take it off. Unless you're an actual mechanic. I don't go gearbox, starter motor. To me, it's not even related. Not even after all the hundreds of these I've done. Why would that be an issue? Right, so there's three problems in here. The gearbox was one, and it looks like it's going to be the plate and the pressure plate. Yeah. So let's buy new ones of them. Gearbox, pressure plate, and what sort of gearbox was it? An i4, of course. Should have remembered that. Gearbox i4. Okay. Nice and simple. Just like me. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Gearbox. That's the bullseye music again for some reason. In 1, terrible prize that you wouldn't ever want into another terrible prize that you'd never even purchase if you had all the money in the world. In 3, a set of rubbish glasses. In 4, you get bully special prize. It'll be like a weekend for 2 in Madeira or something. Yes, and for all those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, unlucky. Alright, so are we finished? No. Oh, the flipping starter motor, of course. That's what happens when you start talking about bully special prize. You forget all about your starter motor. I've got no idea what makes me go. Alright. There we go. So, plop, little polish, and send it on its way. Thank you for your $1,656. Hope your car is great. Alright, that'll do for today, I think. There's a Delray custom up here, wasn't there, before? Delray impersonator. Delboy impersonator. Oh, it doesn't matter. I quite like them, but mainly for the name. We might go back to the auction next time, but I guess what you'll really do, if you want to know what happens next time, is come back and see. What a clever marketing technique.